or advantage in disregard of others. If the decision they're taking in that department, as long as that decision favors you, it's no, oh, in this department we're agreeing. When everybody is doing birthday, let's contribute 10,000 naira. The reason you are saying it is because you know your birthday is coming up very soon. And once it's your own, you see that you mobilize, encourage everybody to pay. Once it's another person's own, NEPA will begin to take light. Are you getting the example I'm trying to give? As long as it's your own, you pursue it. As long as it's your own calling, you pursue it. As long as it's your own vision, you pursue it. As long as it's your own business, you pursue it. As long as it's your own thoughts, you pursue it. Any other person thought, it's not necessary. It's only what you think. If you're that type to a very selfish person, it is arising from concern with your own welfare. What I'm teaching you, whether in ministry, whether in marriage, whether in business, whether in academics, if these things are always happening, you're a very selfish person. You might do, but what I'm seeking is for the well-being of the community. No, it's not. It's for your own well-being. Anything that centers on you, starts from you, concluding you, around you, is what? Selfishness. It's a very selfish attitude. And selfish people, nobody have any opinion better than them. You dare not contribute because you will be back for war. Am I talking to you? Number 5, definition of selfish is to spend more time with spouse. Is to spend more time with spouse and less time with friends. How do you know selfish? You always spend most of your time with Facebook. You spend most of your time night clubbing. I say to be selfish is to spend more time, spend less time with spouse and more time with friends. Thank you, sir. Less time with your family. Every minute you have meeting. He used to, I don't know how some people reason. Look, I thank God I'm a woman. But if God had made me a man, I would be a good husband. Because the number one thing in every person's life is your family. You are not smarter than God. Every time you are busy with meeting, you are busy with friends, you are busy with work, you are busy with Facebook, you are busy with so many things. You don't have time for your wife, you don't have time for your husband, you don't have time for your family. You need to see some big men. If you enter their house, you say, God forbid. You need to see chair that is in their parlor. And you compare the kind of salary they earn. Why? There's something I come to discover. Anytime you enter a family man's house, the man is where to do. The house is unkept. You know the cause. It's not the wife. The cause is that his interest is not in that home. His interest is outside. Because I remember my husband, when we married, he kept on telling me I need AC. I said, what are you doing with AC? He said, I want to bring Presidential Hotel to my house. I said, I don't care. He said, we must run gen. Apart from, I swear so much, I use it for prayer. I say, I need relaxation. I want Presidential Hotel. I want Nikon Nougat. I want it in my house. Those things that will make me to rush out, I want to bring them to the house. And because of it, my husband, although in the beginning I hate some of his system, because it will take long, I will talk, why not we buy the one of 20? He said, you will not do it. He will keep on saving until he gets that type of Nikon Nougat that he has been dreaming. The best. That's the only way I'm not okay with it. I will shout, let's just buy. He said, no. I remember in my parlor, we were using plastic chair. I said, can we live in this? He said, we will keep on sitting on that plastic chair. See, I keep on saving till I get the kind of chair. So every time I enter my house, I feel like my house. But some people, no. You need to see some cars, some big men are driving. Outside is fine, but inside is smelling. Inside is what? Smelling. Every gadget in the car has broken off. No care. I don't know if you are getting where I'm going. It's the spirit of selfishness. You don't think about your home. You don't think about the comfort of your home. You go to restaurant. You will like the way they put television on the screen. You like AC. You'll be eating fried rice. Why not bring those things you saw into your house? To make your house a home. Somebody say house a home. So when you see somebody who spend more time with friends outside, watch his house, you can never see anything beautiful. You will never think of designing a garden around you. Make things that will make you always rush, desiring to rush home to your family. But you always keep things that will make you to rush where? Outside. So when you see yourself, you spend more time with your friends outside. I'm telling you, mark my notice somewhere in your book, you will cry at last. Any man and woman that is selfish, die alone. As I'm going this selfishness, let it be what? Any person that is selfish, how you know the end? The person does what? Die alone. Whether wife, whether children, a poet will come, all of them will desert you. They might not desert you from running away, but you'll be surprised January to December they will not call you because you have never called them. You start now to build relationship. Some of you are not wise enough. You feel because they are children you don't need. You will go out from morning to night. Your children have food. Your wife have food. You will never call to talk with your children. In fact, when you call it, how are you? Have you read your book? Fine. You drop food. No. Build relationship with them. Oh boy, how are you now? How was school today? Allow you and your children to gist. Let's start it now. They are small. At times, bring them to the parlor. Look for a television program that is not corrupt. That's not corrupt. Are you getting me? On it. So that you people are watching. All of you are interacting. All of you are building a family. And tomorrow when they marry, 1 minute, oh, let me hear my daddy's voice. Let me hear my mommy's voice. Let me go and see my father. The problem is you never build a relationship with your children. You don't care about your wife. You only care of having children and just providing their needs. You don't have any relationship. So tomorrow night they are married. You begin to curse the woman. The woman stole your son. She didn't steal your son. You never had any relationship. See, what makes a family is not just you delivering a child. It's a relationship. Learn to leave your activities. Those your friends, they will leave you and go. They can never check all your father's friends. Some of them have deserted. Now, it's you people that are your father's friends. Check what I'm telling you. If you're like my father is aged now, most of his friends I used to know, they are no more there. Who are his friends now? Is all of us are his friends, his girlfriend, him and my mother. All his friends, yes, we are his girlfriend now. My father will just stay and come. Say, I'm coming, no, nothing. I just want to come and gist with you. We will stay and gist. Where are all his friends? He's no more necessary. This one come and go. But the only people that will never live in your life are your blood, your family. So don't be selfish to them. Create time for them. Talk with your son. Carry your son. Enter the car. Drive off. Only you and your first son. Tomorrow, if you have second son, oh yeah, come, me and you drive off. Look for a far place in Port Harcourt. Look for a Nkwobi joint. Two of you sit there and enjoy Nkwobi. Don't carry your wife. He said, my son, you like it. He said, Daddy, this is beautiful. He said, I want you to eat to tell you you are special in my heart. That child will never forget it. When you are old, he will also come and carry you and take you to higher level Nkwobi. You don't have relationship with your children now. You don't have relationship with your wife. You don't have any relationship. And tomorrow you want them to fall. You can't walk. It can't work. You say, hey, but I gave them money. But I said that one has storytelling. It's your responsibility. It's the same selfishness you have put inside of them. Say here. Number 6. What is selfish? It's when one is solemnly concerned with one's own desire. When one is solemnly concerned with one's own desire, needs, and interests. You only pursuing your need. You only pursuing your interest. You don't care about the interest of your husband. You don't care about the need of your wife. You don't care about your purpose of all you that you engross with is you. You don't do that. It's selfishness. A time will come, the person will break out. A time will come, the person will feel dehumanized. A time will come, the person will say, I don't tire. It's all about you. I'm tired. There is also me. There is also what? Me. That's why some people will tell you, hey, I didn't know my wife will turn to be this. I said, yes, I told you, you have to. The woman has been enduring. Why she was, there's one for one and about women. Some of you don't know. Let me say it on the screen. Let me tell you, most of us, 1419, every woman does. If a woman gets married, try to change something, you refuse. Try to talk about it, you refuse. Try to make you see, you refuse. Try to see this thing, you will refuse. The strong one, you know what she will do? She will not walk away from her marriage because of her children. She will devise a way to live with you. This is one of the witchcraft every woman practice. She will win the marriage, oh. He will give you food, oh. She will make love to you, oh. He will take care of your children, but you two of you are not together. Two of you are not together, but you are living in the same house. But you are doing what? Living in the same, smiling, doing everything, because you know that everything is you. Everything is you. So you would say, you know why she divisive used to go? Because of her children. If I go, another woman will destroy my children. I have seen that this is what you've done. You know what? The way woman will say, thank God at least you've given me children. Me and you go stay for this marriage. She will graduate from your love to who? The children's love. You will virtually notice you alone, but you are in the house, married with children. All her focus is her children. The only focus you have is to serve you food. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. Sir, everywhere. Sir for mouth, but not sir in the heart. Why? Because there are things she's seeing, she can't talk about it, she can't change it. In Africa, we don't believe in, that's one good thing I love so much in Africa. We don't believe in walking away marriage. But please, if the marriage is threatening your life, look at my lips. Walk away. I don't agree in divorce. But any marriage that involves violence, please don't call me. Don't ask me. Walk away. When I mean walk away, don't walk far. Walk near. Stay somewhere else and be praying for him. Because if you don't, one thing about violence, once a man have hate you, Jesus, once you discover, thank God what we read today is hatred, stir up strife. Once you notice a man has hate you, the best thing that will happen to you, give a little space. If you have tried it for 5-7 years, it's not working. Because I'm telling you, hatred leads to murder. Go home and read that daily devotion very well again. It blindfolds you not to see what you do to the other. I'm being honest to you. So, kill selfishness. And like I said in the beginning, I've discovered that all the selfish people I know, they are not aware they are selfish. I don't get it. All the selfish people I know, they are not aware they are selfish. They will give you 100 reasons why what they are doing is right. Then the spirit is disastrous. So do away with it. Do away with what? It. So that is a selfish desire. To succeed at the expense of others. It's a selfish desire to succeed at the expense of who? Others. Get away. How do I know that God is talking to me? Or how do I know that I'm selfish? This is how to know. Very terrible spirit. Number one, egocentric. Ego what? Centric. Ego what? Centric. You know what they call an egocentric person? You know what it means? Somebody who is in, as long as it's okay with me, everything should collapse. That is a government Nigeria has been running since independence. This is the problem of Nigeria. As long as I struggle to enter as local government chairman, every other person, I've entered. All the people I owe is my godfather. Let me settle them. Every other person should go to hell. After others collect, let me also collect and settle so that they will pave way for me to also go to House of Assembly. Once you enter House of Assembly, are you care about the people? No. It's about to settle those you will settle. Why are you settling those on top? So they pave way for you to become the governor of. Are you seeing what is the problem of Nigeria? Egocentric. Engrossed with your pursuit. Engrossed with your goal. Engrossed with your job. Engrossed with your vision. Engrossed. Everything is you. As you are crushing others, you are not seeing it. All you are looking at where you want to go to. It's terrible. It's terrible. And all the people that have done it, they go down and discover they're alone. I watched a movie that really surprised me. about a rich man. They called him, it's the name I'm trying to, they say it was the second richest man in the early 80s. How he died. He pursued money. He became wealthy. While he was pursuing money, he lost his wife. He lost his children. When they announced him as the richest on earth, at this point, he has arrived. That is, his whole desire has been accomplished. But he discovered one problem. He is alone. The wife have left him. Oh, you won't be African now. The wife don't leave her. The wife said because of it, she will make sure she marry a poor man, a farmer. So two of them, according to the story, said two of them will be going to farm together, be gisting together. The woman wealth was there, but she was alone. Have you ever imagined the pains of two of you are partners, you are growing together, suddenly one overtake the other, dump the others. No time to talk. Not the same level again to gist. Every level have changed. This one is trying to pursue to the meeting. So because of children, she's training. Because of children, she's giving birth. Because of the talk, she's a teacher, she's a nurse, she's a driver, she's everything. She couldn't meet up to the man. And now the man sees her as one dustbin that stinks. So now go and rent a house for selling, say, somewhere else. That is not his standard. Patient, good Lord Jonathan said there is God. So when this rich man got there, he discovered he was alone. The worst thing that will happen to you as a pastor is after you have climbed everything, discover you are what? Alone. It's happening to pastors, it's happening to other people. There are pastors that have climbed. Everybody's celebrating them. But they're alone. What killed Michael Jackson? He was alone. Alone. That was what killed him. He wrote it on a piece of paper before he died. He was alone. Everybody come to him for something. Nobody is with him for him. Everybody is shaking you for something. Everybody is commenting you for something. Just like my father said this morning. There's a comment he made. He said, those that cheer you. How did he put it? He said, cheer. How did he use that word? Holy Spirit is very important. Very, very important. I note it down. Okay? Okay. All cheer makers are not your friends. That's what our father taught us in leaders. All cheer makers are not what? Once you come down, the next person, they will begin to cheer him again. That's what some of us are not wise about. But your family members are deaf with you in tin and in skin. So what am I saying? What am I trying to say? This man discovered he was alone. He went back to his wife to beg. The wife said, God forbid. He said, I will give you the whole world. Take over the CEO. The wife said, I'm not interested. He went to the son. The son said, I'm not interested. He said, take the whole money. He said, no, the son. He went to his second son. The son told him, if money is your type, you should go to her. The world is celebrating. He said, why are you looking for us? We followed our mother. He went to the only daughter. Begged the other, okay, tell the daughter, come and he has with the company to the daughter said, I'm not interested. The money I have, if money is this type, that all of us have you as a father, but we are lonely. Go to her with your money. And the man came back and now told them he want to go for a leave. And now travel to what they call something Zealand, New Zealand, something Zealand. And not one of his branches, poorest branches. He disguised himself and never let everybody know that he's the owner of the company. Came as they just employ him for arrange with one of his men went there. And now met one of the lowest workers that is serving tea in the company. Fell in love with her. The girl thought is a normal poor man level like her. Without knowing he's the owner of the company. Fell in love with her. Started correcting his life. He lived with this girl for 4 years. This girl never knew he's the owner of the company. Until one day, he now break the news open and started crying. What did he do? He started believing in family. He started listening to people. It's no more only task and target. It's not only what? Task and target. So also listen to who? Others. What did I say? Listen to who? Others. It cannot be only you. Praise the Lord. I'm going somewhere. I'm rounding up. I'm rushing because of my time. So egocentric is always engrossed with he's always engrossed with his desire, with his need, with his interest, with self. He's engrossed with where he's going to. He doesn't care about that people are a distraction. You arrive there alone. That is the only certificate you get. Another thing is, if I'm only preoccupied with reaching or achieving their potential as in if such a person, what do? They're always preoccupied with reaching and achieving their potential as an individual. They don't care about other people. How do you know them? Such people, they are self-absorbed, they are self-contained, they are self-infatuated, they are self-oriented, they are self-seeking. All they are thinking of self. How do I know some people? They are always proud, self-glorifying, self-satisfying, vainglorious. That everything about life is them. Don't do away with them. Now, number 2, how do I know that God is talking to me? If you know you're doing this and I'm talking to you. Self-centeredness. They are what? Self-centeredness. They think alone, plan alone, execute alone, and bring it to table alone. What did I say? How do you know your self-centeredness? Think alone, plan alone, execute alone, and they bring it to what? Table. You have finished planning it, now you brought it to your wife. You have finished planning it, now you have brought it to your husband. And anytime you finish planning anything somebody suggests, you wouldn't listen. Because already you have built a ladder already in your heart. The worst of it, if you're a woman, for you to get a husband, it's only mumu you can marry. I don't ever get it. If you're a woman, know it that you no go fit marry. I've come to discover that some women you see that couldn't marry, it's not because of bad behavior. It's not because they don't know how to cook. There are some natures in you. I was teaching here many years ago that I came back to Benin for holidays. The way my parents taught us, I finished washing. My father said, no, don't raise it again. Keep it like that. I said, no, Daddy, that's it. He said, no. At times, you must not allow it to be perfect. Allow it to be imperfect. So you make allowance for those that are not perfect. My father was watching me. I have become is it perfectionists they call them now? Everything must be. He said, no. My father said, scatter. He said, leave it. I said, he said, leave it. I know it's scatter. Leave it like that. Walk away. I said, that's not what you thought. I said, leave it like that. Why is he trying to teach me? I asked him, why? He said, I'm also teaching you in case you jam people who are not doing it exactly how you want. You make allowance. That human being you can't stay with. Everything must be the way you want it. If you are such, you will die alone. Mark my word. Number 3, proud. How do you know you're a selfish person? Proud. They are what? Proud. What are their qualifications? Attacks anyone that sees contrary to their opinion. They attack anyone that speaks contrary to their opinion. They are bitter with any person that speaks contrary to their opinion. You have a problem. The next, how you know that? Never allow others' opinion because of self-occupied interest. They does not allow any other person opinion because of the self-occupied what? Interest. How do you know them? They start with you and end up with they start with you. Everything starts with them and end up with them. How do you know them? The next point, they're full of self-praises. I. Anytime you see people, I. No marry, run. If you are not yet married, what did I say? Run. You no go fit. I. No, it's not I. We. If your wife no follow you bring the money, she follow in idea. If your wife no follow you do the engineering work in the field, she follow you they take care of your house and your children. He follow they make love to you. If she don't make love to you, your brain no go organize where to go work in offshore. So all of you are participating. If your husband is not there giving you idea, telling you, my wife, I was surprised the day I had the first interview of Akunyelele. They asked her, what is the secret of your greatness? She says, her husband. They asked her again, ma, is it, we're talking of, he said, her husband. Her husband. He said, her husband is the brain behind her success. He said, her husband. So every time she comes and the husband will sit down to her, what happened today? The husband will begin to give her brainstorm. Give her what? Ideas. They will synergize it and she will go out. The whole world is clapping for her. Actually, who are they clapping for? Her husband. That is the pride of a woman. Not because my husband, I pray, power move, I talk, fire come out. Me and Pastor Silas we became equal. Axe and machete are not the same. Axe and machete, they are not what? They are not the same. Even though they look like they are serving the same purpose, they can never be the same. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 11:3, he said God is the head of Christ. Christ is the head of church. Man is the head of the woman. He never said woman is the head of man. We came into pulpit or repeat anyone. Because Joel prophesied. He said in the last day, I will pour out my spirit upon how many flesh? He says sons and daughters shall do what? Prophesy. S-Y. What am I doing? I'm prophesying. That does not make me and a man equal. Or make what a man can do. A woman, you are dead already while you are standing. You and a man can never be the same. A man was created. A man is created in the image of God. Man and woman can never be the same. So if you have that stupid ideology, open your brain and do what? Remove it. No matter your greatness, anywhere you find a man, respect them before you talk. If not, everything you want to talk will be rubbished. Pride. Don't allow praises destroy you. How do you know yourself? The next one, make friends. How do you know? You make friends only with those who sing your praises. You make friendship with only those that does what? Sing your praises. Anyone that doesn't sing your praises is in trouble with you. That person has been marked as what? Enemy. How do you know? The last one, always self-absorbing because of vain glory. The next one, the fourth one, which is the last. Stingy. I'm running. Stingy. Our father in the Lord said something here. I never knew it was real. I went to him and asked him. He now opened Facebook and showed me Stingy Men Association. I said, are you serious? He said, yes. I said, this is demonic. This is demonic. If you are stingy, don't marry. And any woman that marries is a stingy man, you have dug your grave before entering. You cannot cope with any stingy man. Because the Bible says man will leave father and mother and cleave to his wife and take care of his wife and make provision for the wife and children. So a man that is stingy is not ready to leave, talk of to cleave. Stingy. How do you know? These are what, if you are stingy, know that you're a very selfish person. That is the point where I'm going to. I'm running. Don't be angry, but you are getting me. If I finish, you can follow it in Facebook because of the time our father gave to me. Stingy. That is one of the fruit of what? Selfishness. How do you know you are stingy? How do you know it? When you can't see the needs of others when you can't see the needs of others except theirs. When you can't see the needs of others except yours. When you can't see the need of others, only your own. You are a very stingy person. Next point, never responsible to personal need of spouse and immediate family. Never responsible. You are never responsible. If they ask you in the morning, you say they should wait and you will give them in the afternoon. They say give us money to buy bread in the afternoon. You say wait, I will give you in the evening. They ask you in the evening, you say no, only 20 naira I get. That's a very stingy person. You're always pushing responsibility. The next one, how do you know them? Such person, okay, never show kindness. Okay, they show kindness, please. They show kindness outside for praises, but neglect the needful. They show what? Kindness to outside for praises, but neglect the what? Needful. If you are the type, oh God. There was a day I told my husband, I said, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to insult you. But if I discover that you are taking care of people outside of me, all of us will die in this marriage. I won't take it. Whatever God has blessed you for is for me first and your children. Second can be your siblings and my my family relation and others. It's me. I can't have need. If I watch you, I'll call the person, come, collect the money from me. Collect, look at me. Call the person. Say, come, what do you collect them? Say, go and reap where you sow. Except your husband is telling you, honey, relax. There's something they call sowing seed. You don't have, honey, this is all we have. Like me and my husband, we believe in seed sowing. It works like miracle. I've not seen what work like it. Especially when you sow when you have nothing. He will tell me, look, we want to sow seed. This thing, this money, this is 200,000. I want as many that have need, I want to distribute it. Close your heart to it. Whether you pursue food or don't eat, I want to sow it so that it will multiply. This one is agreed. I'm not saying my husband cannot help people. At times there are people that have need come to me. I go to him and whisper to him. I say, honey, this child needs help. Although it's me that talked to you, he didn't tell me so. Please go back and call that child. Let's see where we can help you to assist in education, to assist in this way. We do it. That's not where I'm going to. But going to sing praises somebody. In fact, there is a one I noticed around my husband. I use prayer to tie him. I use prayer to chain him. I use prayer to turn his face east-west road. I wake up midnight and disorganize him and my husband. I'm telling, if you know the power behind this ring, some of the cry you are crying, you will not be crying. If you know what is behind this ring, nobody will take away from you what belongs to you. Except they didn't wait till you enter marriage through window. But if you enter normally, hold this ring. Say, this is the covenant of life. You can't take away from me. Heaven will rise for you. You don't know the mystery behind this. That's why some of us joke with wedding. You talk about wedding. You don't know the mystery behind this thing you wear in the hand. That's why they say wear it as a symbol every time. It's not fashion. It's covenant. Praise the Lord. So what am I saying? That is what it does. You don't give to people to praise you outside while your whole family is burning. Me and you will enter one trouser. It no go happen. Whatever God blesses you for is for me to enjoy. As I enjoy, then my children go to enjoy. First. That is what God said. You are not wiser than God. He brought a man and a woman. They gave birth to children. He scattered the children again. Your son, tomorrow now my son will marry. My other son will marry. My other daughter will marry. What is it? After they marry, in the offer, you want to scatter them again. You are not wiser than God. Who is trying to gather them together? You can't gather. Don't gather what God is scattering. Some of us are not wise. God is the one scattering. Pastor Mike now, when the mother gave baby, they are 5. Now God has scattered them. Pastor Mike have raised his own family. The brother have raised it. Now Pastor Mike said, no, my brother no go. We go stay together. All of us are going to die there. Doesn't work. All of you will live in the same house. It does not make sense. Allow God have scattered. Allow him to be. You know why he scattered? So that they will produce. Everybody will begin to take care of his own. Hallelujah. Oh God. Let's welcome our Father in the Lord.